Hello everyone and welcome to a new Plotly community video. This one we're going to be diving into Plotly Studio and how do we deploy your applications using it. So Plotly Cloud is this new service that Plotly created which allows you to host your own applications on it. So for those web developers that are building from scratch Dash applications, you can use this to deploy your Dash applications. Outside of that, those that are using Plotly Studio and they're leveraging the power of AI and Vibe Analytics to build out your dashboards, you can one-click deploy and just release your application to the public. Alternatively, there's a bunch of other features involved in this, but as you can see here, this is an application that I built using Plotly Studio. It has interactivity in the graphs. As I select things, the graphs change, and it allows me to change and dig into the data and better understand the story that it's trying to tell. So with that, if I am done building it out and if I'm ready to deploy it, I can do it as simply as just clicking on that deploy button in the right hand corner. And with that, it launches off to Plotly Cloud. And if I refresh this, you're going to see that the Veterans Demographic Data app has shown up at the very top. And it is currently in a building status. So with that, there isn't too many configuration that is needed. And that's one of the benefits of Plotly Cloud is it keeps it as easy and as seamless as possible. With that, if you go into the sharing settings and if you work your way down, you're going to see app visibility. So for some people, they're going to want to make their applications public. So anybody can dive into their dashboard and they can get an idea of what they are trying to articulate through the work that they are doing. Alternatively, some people are going to be working within a company or maybe a closed off organization and they don't want their confidential data to get leaked to the public, but they want to leverage AI and these powerful tools to build out their interactive dashboards. So Plotly has kind of thought of everything where a lot of other hosting providers, you have to build out your own authentication system out of the box. Plotly Cloud has included that for you. So as you can see here with private, only you will be able to access the application. But on private, you can still share it with specific people by typing in their email address and sharing it directly with them. They can access your application, but the overarching public will not be able to find it or access it. So that is out of the box authentication that works. That's really easy and it's amazing to see. So with that, another thing that I'd like to address is going to be the app URL. If you go to this URL, as you can see, it's a random selection of numbers and strings, and you can copy that and it will send you straight over to the application. So if I go over here and I paste it into my web browser, you'll see that the application was loaded up. So it's the same application that I showed at the initial start of the video, but one thing that I'd like to bring to your attention is in the general section of the actual application, you can see that in the name and URL section, there is a pencil icon, and you can change that to edit the app URL to be anything that you want. So instead of that random long string of numbers and letters, we could just say that this is going to be Austin's Plotly app. And if I save it, that's going to be the new URL that anybody could go to find the application. So here it is using the old URL, and if I paste in the new URL, it's going to bring up the same page as you will see, but it's a better looking URL. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So with that, it's that simple. And I'd like to give you some quick tips or tricks before I go. In the bottom left-hand side of the screen, you can go over to billing. Everybody is given a free application to host out of the initial just creation of a Plotly Cloud account. So you can host one application at any given time. But with that, a tip and trick that I'd like to show you, first off, just check to make sure. On the right-hand side of the screen, there's going to be a message, and and for me it says that I get 4 concurrent running apps at any given time. You can go to the change section within billing, and you can change this to any new subscription that you want. As you can see here in the trial period, you get 1 running app, but in the Pro, $29 a month, you get 2 running applications. In the Max, you get 5 running applications, and in the Enterprise, you get unlimited applications. But the thing that I'm trying to draw your attention over to is how can you work around this a little bit without necessarily needing to pay. If you're just getting started, for some people, this would make sense. You could go over to the settings and you can go over to the live app, and you can basically stop any application that you have deployed. So this isn't going to directly remove everything, and you can quickly and easily get it launched up again. But what this is going to do is it will allow you to launch another application on Plotly Cloud, because this application is currently closed down, and then that other application could be the new live application. So the way that I would use this for as an example is, let's just say every single week as the IT guy, I need to make a dashboard based on the data set of the company that I'm working for. I can use Plotly Studio and I could build out the basic graph out of the data set for that week. I can deploy it, and then I can send it to everybody within the company, and then they can see that application for the week so they can have an understanding of how our data is looking for the company for that given week. Then I can pause that specific build that I created, and then I can dive into the next release, which will be the following week, where I throw in the new data set into Plotly Studio, I deploy it, and then there you go. So you can kind of work around it a little bit. Some people, that's not going to be the best way if you have something that you want to live online 24/7, but for others that can take some applications off, turn them back on, and that might be a better approach for you, so that you necessarily don't need to pay more than you need, and you can have a application hosted at any given time. So with that, I hope that is useful and it helps. If you are trying to find out more information on Plotly Cloud or Plotly Studio or on Dash Enterprise, I've released a lot of videos that you can find down below or on the Plotly YouTube channel, which will help guide you through some of these different categories and what they offer. But outside of that, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.